Today on our show. I think it was my then fiancée, now wife Arlene, that once told me the wedding is all about the bride. And if you can remember that, things will go fine. I believed her. I still do. Not that the groom isn't important, but the bride is the star. Am I right? Well, let's find out with our first guest. She is the Jin Wang of Jin Wang Atelier, located on 300 Grant Avenue in Union Square, a shop that opened in 1997 and is one of the stores when it comes to wedding planning that people look for. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, first of all, give us an idea here in terms of when you got started and what made you decide to do what you are doing.
Well, I've been in the fashion business over 30 years, but 18 of those years I started my company. I started in San Francisco and on Maiden Lane, and I just expanded to a almost 5,000 square foot studio in San Francisco on Grand Street about 3.5 years ago.
And this is a busy time for you, right? I mean, I was talking to some people who were saying that, oh, why don't you do this show in June? And actually, it's the holiday season where people start planning these things, right?
Yeah. And those are for the good planners, I have to say. So if you're planning in December, you're in pretty good shape because their weddings are usually in the fall, like August, September, and October, and that gives them plenty of time to plan their wedding and get their dress.
And my wife is not unique because a lot of people I talk to, especially women, they love looking at bridal fashion long after they've been brides. It just seems to be something that they just fixate on. Tell us a little bit about some of the gowns that you sell, and what is it that you kind of look for in terms of getting the right gown for the person?
Well, I think for our store, what we want to give brides is an experience. I think, you know, the experience of walking into a beautiful atelier and being serviced, you know, politely and giving ample size room to dress in. As you have a dresser and you provide undergarments, and then we dress the clients and they get to see how each of these gowns are fitted to them with these giant clips, because some of the gowns are large, but they really get to see and feel what it's like to be in these beautiful gowns. And the gowns that we carry are very clean, modern, not very poofy, but we like a certain style, and generally those brides are looking for a more minimalist look. They come to our store.
I know that it's very popular with almost the overall community and people, but in the Asian American community especially, they come to your atelier. Why is that?
Well, I am so grateful because over 38% of our clients are Asian. And I think San Franciscans are wonderful in terms of supporting small business, female business owners. And so, but I think one of the reasons that they're really interested in working with me is because I understand their customs and I really listen. So we offer two types of gown collections: the custom couture gowns that I design and make, and we do also offer gowns by other designers. So when a client comes in to my atelier, I will sit down with them personally and listen to what's important to them, what's in their custom. I look at their shape and recommend a design that works well for them, and bringing in all the different customs into the gown.
What is the state of mind that a woman comes in? Do they usually have an idea of what they want, or are they looking to you for kind of guidance?
You know, that statement is, you know, it's a combination. Most brides, they haven't really done this before, so they're kind of...
They've seen plenty of dresses usually.
Yeah, nowadays, yes. Yeah. But they really don't know how these gowns are going to look on them and how they, you know, they're going to look on their bodies. So what I generally do is I design the gown for the client and show the illustration, tell them, you know, kind of what we're thinking about based on all the things that they've told me. And for this client that just came into our store, this is Aurora, trying on one of our beautiful Italian silk off-the-shoulder gowns. And although beautiful, she loved it, Aurora decided that she wanted something more romantic. So I'm going to show you that in the next footing. And so anyway, so we also try to put veils on the clients to see so they can get a full effect. But it's not just a veil. It's the veil that coordinates well with the dress.
It's interesting. Such a personal touch.
Yeah.
Because it really has to be, huh?
Yes.
Thank you very much for being here.
Oh, you are so welcome.
And thank you for making this such a fun holiday show.
Thank you.
That is the Jin Wang Bridal Store, or Atelier, on 300 Grant Avenue in Union Square in San Francisco. And coming up, flowers.